Good morning. And welcome to Denim Central. Apparently we got the denim memo today, and here we go. This actually was a shirt that was gifted to me, oh my gosh, almost 20 years ago by a wonderful community called Unity of Bloomington, Indiana. And this was a quilt that someone had made for their sanctuary, and then they had it put onto shirts. And after I worked with them for a couple months, they gifted this to me, which was wasn't that lovely?
That's lovely.
Yeah, so I just love it. I just love it. It's so us. So, speaking of us, welcome to Unity of Palmyra, where centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. We are an open and affirming congregation. We love you exactly as you are in all of your magnificent glory. If this is your first time here, welcome. We give you an extra special welcome. Please join us for coffee in the Rose Room. If you have a chance after the service and you want to venture through the obstacle course, we call the downstairs. You will see some significant progress down there. Dawn was in and out all week, and it's starting to look like a thing. I'll talk more about this during announcements, but we are going to need some, if you're looking for volunteer hours, there's going to be a lot of cleaning to happen downstairs. And if you have noticed, there's also kind of just this fine layer of dust everywhere in the building. We're going to call it holy dust. It's holy dust. So anyway, I'll talk more about that later. So I am delighted that you are all here with us this morning. If you are joining us on Facebook or YouTube, extra special welcome. Please feel free to drop your name into one of the comments so we can welcome you personally, and we're so happy that you've joined us from the safety of your home this morning. Extra special shout out to our wonderful council president, Linda Raber, who is recovering very successfully from shoulder surgery, and she is joining us from home this morning. So hello, Madam President, we miss you. All right, so let's just take a nice, big, deep breath. As we become fully present, wherever we are, whether we're in this sanctuary, whether we're in our home, whether we're on the road tuning in, I invite you to let go of anything but now. But this present, exquisite moment, full of potential and possibility. We let go of what was and what will be, and we are here now. And so we commit to embracing this moment. And in the surrendering to the theme of the series, we surrender to this moment, to all that it has to offer. We notice anything that emerges for us during this time, and we greet it as a friend. And as always, we enter into this experience with gratitude, as we say thank you for this time to come apart for a while. Thank you for whatever safe space you are in right now. And most especially, thank you for one another. And so it is. Amen. So let's stand. Our opening song today, you old timers will know how we do this, is I'm Choosing Heaven Today. So after we choose heaven, we choose three more things, and then we close choosing heaven. So what three things, one at a time, would you like to choose for today? Joy? Sunshine! All right, that's a new one, huh, Janie? Of course, that's 2 syllables, so we'll have to work. Okay, all right. We got joy, we got sunshine, love. Okay, you're going to have to help us remember that. Joy, sunshine, love, and then we end with heaven again. Got it? Okay, let's choose some heaven.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing sunshine today.
right, speaking of love, let's share together in our vision. Centered in love, we embrace a positive path for spiritual living. And our mission, wherever we are, at the Walmart, at the Wise, at the Giant, at Lowe's 17 times, we provide a welcoming community that inspires and encourages all who gather here through the teaching, sharing, and practice of universal spiritual principles. And one of the ways we practice those principles is to honor wherever you are on your hugging journey. So if you want to hug, we will bring it in. If you're more comfortable with the handshake, we will honor that. And if you want us to leave you completely alone, we will respect whatever bubble you create around yourself. Have a great time.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Here we go. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Wow, I just want you all to acknowledge Janie for her generosity. She gave you three today in order to get back, okay? Wow, you are awesome. Let's not make that a habit, but I'm just teasing. Okay, a couple of announcements. Our prayer chaplains today are Sherry Fries and Sam Sherman, and they are both in the sanctuary this morning. They will be holding sacred space for us, and then they will also be available for one-on-one prayer in this nice, quiet, private corner of the sanctuary after the service. I want to say a couple of personal thank yous. I got hit with the crud last week. Not COVID, tested negative twice. Isn't it funny how COVID has helped us to reframe how great it can be to be negative? Right? It's a whole new world, right? I'm so happy I was negative. But still, it kind of knocked me. And so I want to thank everybody who prayed and for the flexibility of everyone who let me postpone and move and just kind of sleep for a week. But I am feeling much better. I'm at the I feel better than I sound part of this. So thank you so much. I also want to thank everybody who participated in the Spiral Dynamics workshop yesterday morning. It was awesome. I am so grateful for those of you who let me share my passion for this powerful evolutionary model. And we were actually joined, was it Unity of Springfield, Illinois? Several members, what was like 11 people, I think, from Unity of Springfield, Illinois. My friend Eliza is doing some really powerful transitional work with them, and she encouraged them to come, and it was just so great to have them be part of the conversation. So I think we had like 25 people, and just had a really powerful conversation. I'm looking at Vicki because she was there. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Speaking of gratitude, please bring your opera fudge forms today, and if you want to just find some in the Rose Room and quickly order some, that would be great, and then give those to Gwen, who's downstairs with the kids right now. Speaking of downstairs, we are moving right along. Remember, our goal is to have the downstairs done, painted, cleaned, and set up and decorated by Easter Sunday. I will report that thanks to Dawn's diligence, we are 99% sure we're going to meet that deadline, and we are going to need a lot of help cleaning up. We're not going to pay Dawn to clean up. So I will keep you guys posted. We might send out an email blast like the middle of this week saying, okay, it's okay to come in and start dusting and wiping everything down and vacuuming and all of that. And then I think we have the painting pretty handled, but the cleaning and then the setup of all the tables and chairs and all of that has to be redone. But do go down and check it out. It's getting to the, whenever the spackle goes up, it's just like, whoa, it turns into a real thing. So very exciting. Our basket auction, please bring them in, your baskets in from now through next Sunday, and then the auction will be in full swing. There is a Spirit Camp volunteer meeting tomorrow. That's March 27th. If you're interested in helping with Spirit Camp, it's going to be a 4-day Monday through Thursday evening camp for children this summer that Gwen is spearheading, and we are partnering with Salem UCC in Campbelltown, and we're actually going to be having it there. My friend Reverend Dwight was very excited about the idea, and they are very generously letting us use their facilities since they actually have grounds and we don't. Game night is Saturday, April 1st, which is this Saturday. I feel like I've lost a week. So if you have any questions about that, talk to Charles. And there is a sign up if you're interested in bringing stuff and helping with that. And on Thursday, April 6th, which is a week from this Thursday, what else is it? It's my birthday. That's right. Gwen. I know, was that just too subtle? I think I was just way too subtle for you guys. Gwen will be leading a beautiful Maundy Thursday hand washing, spiritual communion on Thursday evening, April 6th, as part of our celebration of Holy Week. I think that's it for me. I'm looking around to see if I forgot anything. Great. Miss Vicki, would you please read the Lenten reading for today?
Today's Lenten reading is the process of surrender. As Jesus walked to Gethsemane with the disciples, he was increasingly in anguish and agitation. He said, "Abba, Father, for you all things are possible. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I want, but what you want." This indicates that during this entire time he was surrendering his finite will over to the care of God. Jesus demonstrated surrender is a process. We continue in this divine process of becoming. We surrender our thoughts, limitations, burdens, and lives over to the tender, loving care of an infinite presence. In order to surrender, we are invited to look deeply within. We say yes to embracing the process of surrender, understanding its strengths of our spiritual muscle, and as we participate in this art of surrender, we can clearly listen to an expansive inner intelligence. This binds us to all there is, and we are free to soar. And from Matthew 11:29, take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls.
I am home, my family is here. I feel loved by the ones I hold so dear. And when my family needs me, I promise to be there. And when I need my family, I'm lifted up in prayer.
So this is the time of our service where we actively engage in the practice of prayer. And so if you are in a place where you can safely close your eyes, I invite you to do that as we go within. As we go within and align, integrate body, mind, and spirit. For that is the essence of prayer. It is an alignment of our individuality with all that is. And so we open ourselves to possibilities where we see obstacles. We become willing to see opportunities, powerful growth opportunities. Where we see problems, we open ourselves to see potential, to see change, to see evolution. Where we are experiencing a challenge, we open ourselves up to receive. We become willing to ask for help, to seek support, to know that no one is meant to be on this journey alone. And so for those in our community who are recovering from surgery, from procedures, from illness, for those who are anticipating procedures, we surround you now with the collective energy and power of this community. We see you moving through the healing process with ease and grace, knowing that you are loved and supported by your friends here. For those of us moving through grief or loss, whose hearts feel as if they have been broken wide open, we say, please receive our comfort, our love, our compassion, our virtual embrace, as we sit beside you during this time of grief. And for those experiencing joy or gratitude for anything in your life, we say, share that energy with us, bring it on, so that we can partake of your glee, of whatever joy you are experiencing in your life. We see it traveling through that golden web that connects us all. And we know that one of the powers of community is that when our troubles are shared, they are divided. And when our joy is shared, it is multiplied. And for this and so much more, we are so grateful. And as always, we remember that together or apart, we are always connected at the heart. And so it is. Namaste.
The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. Namaste. You are beautiful. You are whole. You are beautiful. You are whole. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to see. At sunset I'm gone in a reverie. A beautiful sky, a baby smile, a country road rolling on for miles. But sometimes my eyes discourage instead, blurring the vision have in my head. A dream I'm after fades further from view, till only the obstacles look true. And lately I wonder, if I were blind, blind for a day, what would I go if my heart had its way? I could see more than the doors that have closed in my face. If I were blind for a day. There's a girl in high school with a heart of gold. Smart as a whip, she's brave, she's bold. But when she looks in the mirror, all she can see is heavy and ugly and unworthy. And I can't help but wonder, if she were blind just for a day, would she still be cruel to herself that way? Or maybe she'd see that there's nothing she needs to change, if she were blind for a day. How do our eyes deceive us? Where does our vision fail? Whether parent or teacher, policeman or preacher, we'll see what we think we'll see. Believe what we're taught to believe. World on fire, world afraid, and we focus only on enemies made. Colors divide us, holy books too, political parties, well, what else is new? Still I dare to wonder, if we were blind just for a day, what kind of world would we create? If behind our disguises we find that we're all the same, if we were blind for a day, I'd like to think things would change. If If only the blind would lead the way.
So what's that show on TV where, is it The Voice? Where the judges don't see who's singing?
Yeah, The Voice.
Do you ever wonder why they do it that way? Yeah, because they want to be blind to what the person looks like and any preconceived ideas they would have about what that person should sound like or be like. If I were blind. So powerful. Thank you, Janie. So, welcome back to our 40 days of letting go. How's it going? The enthusiasm is overwhelming. Sometimes Ken sees the 40 days of letting go that's showing up in your inbox every morning before I do, but I always know what it is based on what he comes out to the kitchen and says. So, for instance, we came out one day and he said, I just can't decide what to do with this one today. And I thought, I let go of indecision? Yepper, that was the one, right? So we're having some fun with it. And we're also practicing it, right? Vicki says, I could use just a little less practice. Thank you so much. So this series, this practice, has the potential to be life-changing if we embrace it, right? If we are willing to let go, to let it be. I've actually been focusing a little more on letting it be. It just feels a little more gentle. Anybody else have that experience? So just a quick review. We have gone through letting go, letting be. We've looked at the process of non-resistance. How you doing with that? You maxed it. Good job, Trudy. Working on it. Yeah. Noticing where we're pushing against the flow, right? Noticing where the flow is trying to guide us somewhere and we're saying, no thanks, don't want to do that, right? So just being aware of where our resistance, remember that's a metaphor, is up, where our current is low because our resistance is up. And then we looked at the process of detachment, right? Noticing that wherever we're suffering is an indication that we're attached to something, a belief, an idea, an opinion, a thing. I did commit before the beginning of this series, Tracy knows what's coming, to release some dishes. I have not yet done that. I'm promising publicly that I will release one set of dishes to the yard sale. Small, sweet steps, people, okay? But that's how we practice. Small, sweet steps. Notice where our suffering lies. There will always, this is a universal truth, be an attachment underneath that suffering. Then we also looked at the process of denying the power, right? And we talked about the healthy, powerful way to use denials and affirmations. We're not denying what's happening in physical reality. That would be metaphysiling. We're denying that we're going to give it power. We're deciding that we're going to use whatever is happening for our personal growth, for our evolution, for our enlightenment, if you want to call it that. Remember, my definition of enlightenment, and it fits perfectly for this series, is we wake up to what we're making up. Right? So when we deny the power, we're looking at what have we made up around this situation that we feel powerless. And how can we shift that perception? So today we're going to look at the process of surrender. And I will say that the whole surrender thing was what was my idea for this series even before I got the Lenten booklet. So that was kind of a, 2x4 in the back of the head, right? You ask for guidance and you get a billboard, right? That was the billboard, okay. So before we go there, though, I do want to ask very seriously, has there been a specific change in your life based on this Lenten season? Specific, not, oh, I feel more accepting or I'm suffering less. Hopefully, those are both true. But has there been a specific change? Because here's the thing, Charles. You're the calmest driver in the world. Awesome.
For me, it's about, I have become much more aware of those things that I came up with.
Yes. Yes, and we're hoping that our yard sale benefits from some of those things. And I also know you mean some less tangible things that you hold on to. Yes, okay. I surrender. Linda.
It wasn't this Lent, it was last Lent.
Okay.
I was spending a lot of time here because we had that prayer thing among the churches.
Right, we had the Lenten, the opening the sanctuaries, yeah.
I spent many hours at that time and since then contemplating that window.
Oh, contemplating Jesus in Gethsemane?
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, it was a very transitional thing because I finally came to a better understanding of what strength is involved in surrender.
Yes. Brilliant. The strength, I'm repeating some of this so our folks online can hear it, that there is so much strength involved in surrender. Yes. Excellent. Steph, I thought I saw your hand go up.
Well, I'm reading this about the telephone, and it gave me a visual of letting go, and I have been able to grab on that visual. So when I want to eat or panic or whatever, I just use that visual and I just see it floating away.
Yeah.
It makes me more aware from, whatever.
Panicking or, yeah.
Yeah. But, yes, that's been very helpful.
Yes. Yes. It's, so for me, my suffering usually takes the form of anxiety. I notice that I feel that kind of anxious undercurrent. And I'm much more aware now of, all is well, just be with it, right? As we were talking about, if your suffering comes in the form of fear, be with it, right? One of the practices I use with my clients is, what's the worst that could happen? You'd think it was death, but interestingly, for many of them, it isn't death. It's something they've completely made up that scared them their entire lives, and when they can finally verbalize it and we can laugh about it, it goes away. The attachment goes away, right? Anybody else? A tangible benefit from this? Yes, Janie.
So as a lot of you already know, I had 2 accidents in the last 2 months or so, and I have never really been present in my body much. And of course, the accidents were a good reminder, but the daily evil to have been really getting my attention, and I'm starting to feel like even when I walk down the stairs,
Yes.
I'm starting to slow down and be more aware of my surroundings.
Yes, and accidents are the universe's way of encouraging us to slow down. Because if you think about it, 99.9% of the times when we have an accident, it's because we weren't paying attention. Or someone else wasn't paying attention, right? This isn't about how did I draw this to me, right? Someone else ran a red light, right? So it's about not paying attention. And I do agree, the daily reminders have helped us to be more present and to pay attention. Right? Good. So the reason I'm asking you that is because if we don't practice this stuff, it's bupkis. Right? Bupkis, meaning why are we bothering to learn it if we're not going to practice it? If we're not going to integrate that practice into our lives, not just for our own edification, although that's important, right? But so that we can take what we're learning into the world. Would we agree that there's a lot of suffering going on in the world right now? So would it be okay if by modeling letting go and non-resistance and detachment and denying the power that we give away, do you think that that would be a powerful change that we wish to see in the world? And we don't need to preach it, you guys. We just need to be it. Right? By how we respond instead of react. By the way, every time we react, just go down the list. Am I resisting? Am I attached? Am I giving away power? Right? But when we can find ourselves more and more on that respond-react continuum, on the respondometer, right? When we notice that we're responding more than reacting, we know that we're practicing. So that brings us to surrender. So I follow this wonderful woman online. The name of her page and her website is called Silver Disobedience. I love that. Because, you wouldn't know that I was silver, but I am. So she wrote this great piece, but because I'm not pretty silver like some of you are. Anyway, she wrote this great piece, and it was so perfect for today that I want to share it with you. She says, the expression let go, or as my mother taught me, let go, let God, or let spirit, or let the universal cosmos, or let Yoda, whatever we believe, does not mean you won't have, get, go, do, achieve, or anything else. Rather, to let go means that we make the conscious decision to stop clinging to the idea that we are in charge and need the object that we seek to acquire, or must resolve the situation that we feel we must manage, or control the person we want to change. How's that work for you guys? Or get everyone to comply with our vision for the world, or make sure all are listening to everything we say because we believe it's the only way, or basically doing all of the above and anything else we think we need just so we can finally be happy. Just because we want to be the boss of things beyond our control does not mean that we hold any more impact over whatever we want to happen in the realm of what we cannot control. Though it might mean we're really good at torturing ourselves with mental gymnastics. And actually, what is most interesting to me is that once we let go, the likelihood of getting what we want will be just as good as it always was, assuming we continue to put forth our best effort to get whatever it is, if it is truly gettable. But, and here comes the truth, once we decide to choose to let go, we are really releasing ourselves from the suffering tied to thinking our lives will only be full if we get what we think we want. How many of you are really grateful at some point in your life that you didn't get what you thought you wanted? Yeah, baby, right? And yet, how much did we suffer at the time because we weren't getting what we thought we wanted? So I looked up the definition of surrender, and there's a whole bunch of them. But this one I thought was really interesting, and it supported my talk, so we're going to use this one. To give oneself up into the power of another, or to yield. So when we're talking about surrendering in this context as a spiritual practice, what are we talking about giving ourselves up to? It was not a trick question. The divine, what is, life, universal consciousness. Yes, and all of that falls under what is, right? What is? We're just simply surrendering to what is. We're not fighting it. We're not judging it. We're not blaming it. We're not making up stuff about it, right? We're just saying, it is what it is, now what? Right? And I know we've talked about this part before. It's not resignation. Resignation is, this isn't working, I give up. Right? Surrender is, this isn't working, I'm open to seeing it differently. I'm open to being different. I'm open to doing differently. I'm open to seeing something. If I were blind, how would I perceive myself? If I were blind, how would I perceive those I interact with? That song was so perfect, Jamie, for today, right? If I didn't have all these preconceived ideas and beliefs and opinions and projections that I hold on to, then what? What could open up if we surrender to what is? Not in I'm giving up, not in I'm resigning because life is terrible, but I'm just open to a new way of being or doing. What would that be like? I'm thinking there'd be a lot less suffering. Do you think maybe there would? So as I say that, I'm seeing some furrowed brows. I'm wondering what belief is coming up for you right now as I say that? Surrender to what is. What if I don't like what is? Right? Yeah, that would be the resistant part. Right? I won't be in control. Does anybody else always want to sit in the back row by the door just in case? It's okay, honey. It's okay. Right? Can I tell a story about this morning in the car situation? Can I? Okay. So just so you know, I don't ever say anything about Ken that he doesn't let me say, just so you don't think that, we argue on the way home, because we don't. But so very funny, what we're attached to. So Jackie's car is in the shop, so she's been borrowing the van. And I said, well, why don't you just pick us up then Sunday morning, and we'll all go over together in the van. And she said, great. So she texts me this morning, and she says, what time do you want me to pick you guys up? I said, about 9 o'clock. I think we're in pretty good shape this morning. I don't have to be there too early. Pick me up around 9 o'clock. And so I said to Ken, honey, just a heads up, Jackie's going to be picking us up around 9 o'clock. And he went, what do you mean picking us up? I said, in the van. She has the van. She's going to pick us up, and we're going to drive to church together. And he said, you mean I won't have my own car? He said, I don't think that's going to work. I have to get there earlier today. Dave and I have stuff to do, and I got to hook this up. And I said, that's fine, no worries. I lived with the man for 34 years that sits in the back row by the door. I get it, right? So I'm getting ready, and he's getting ready, and I'm all ready at 9 o'clock when Jackie's out front testing me, saying, I'm here, and Ken leaves 5 minutes later, because he had to get here earlier. Yeah. Right? But he noticed it. He's like, yeah, I noticed. I have to have my own car. I have to have my escape vehicle. Right? So we're not saying that what you're noticing makes you a terrible person. Right? We're saying, notice it. Notice what you're attached to. Notice where your anxiety comes up. Notice where your fear comes up. And just be willing to be with it and ask yourself, what's up that I need to have my own car, although we laughed with him. All right, so I just want to finish up there. I also follow, and I think some of you guys do too, because I see you sharing him, Jeff Brown, the author Jeff Brown. He wrote a great book called Grounded Spirituality. And I just love it because we're kindred spirits in that he refuses to deny our humanness, right? So he says this, we are powerful beyond measure and so deeply vulnerable at the same time. This may seem like a dichotomy, but it isn't. We have misunderstood real power. It has been seen as a force that is assertive, non-surrendering, pushing on through. This is not real power. This is simply willfulness. Real power is something else. Receptivity, vulnerability, the courage to keep your heart open on the darkest of days, the strength to feel it all even when the odds are stacked against you. Real power is showing up with your heart on your sleeve and absolutely refusing to waste one moment of your life hidden behind edginess and armor. The art of enheartened presence. Now that's power. The power of surrender. Let's take that into meditation.
How would you treat yourself if you thought you were sacred? How would you love yourself if nothing was wrong? You'd be in the moment, enjoying what's inside and sing to yourself a glorious song. How would I treat myself if I thought I was sacred? How would I love myself if nothing was wrong? I'd be in the moment, enjoying what's inside and sing to myself a glorious song. How would we treat ourselves if we knew we were sacred? How would we love ourselves if nothing was wrong? We'd be in the moment, enjoying what's inside and sing to the world a glorious song. And sing to the world a glorious song.
Let's breathe into the beauty of those words and that vibration. What would our lives look like if we knew that we were sacred? What would our experience be if we knew that everyone was sacred? If we became willing to surrender to what is, to the sacred found in all. invite you to take that question in. To be with that question. Not just this morning, but as you go through your week, your day, your hour. How different would our life be? If we surrender to the sacred in all things and all beings. If we surrender to the sacred within ourselves.
Treat ourselves if we knew we were sacred? How would we love ourselves if nothing was wrong? We'd be in the moment, enjoying what's inside, and sing to the world a glorious song. And sing to the world a glorious song.
The hesitation there was we don't usually clap for the meditation song, but that was so spectacularly gorgeous that we needed to acknowledge you. Yes, wow. Woo! Anybody else have like shivers and God bumps and woo? Okay, well just wait. But wait, there's more. So this is the time of our service where we invite you to contribute of your tithe, your talent, your treasure, your time, your whatever those tithes are. Sorry, these guys have me on another plane right now. And to say thank you for your generous support of this community. No matter what we are up to, y'all come through and really show your commitment to the work of this community, how important this vision is. We were actually invited this week to support a family that was processing an LGBTQ challenge within the family. And it felt so good that we were the community that got reached out to. We were the ones they said, will you help us to support this family? That speaks volumes for who we are and the importance we make in this, the difference we make in this community. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. And the situation went beautifully, mostly because of my clergy friend, Reverend Dennis, who handled it so masterfully, but we're still kind of on call in case we need to provide a safe space, and that makes me feel really good that we're who they turn to. So thank you for whatever way you give and for all the cleaning you're going to help with over the next 2 weeks. See how I'm affirming that that's going to happen. All right, so I just going to preface this song because I first heard this song in college. Yes, I was 10 in college. And it has a very special meaning for me, and Janie and I have been talking about bringing this song to you guys forever. And she said, I just have to have the right, combination, and today we have the right combination. So enjoy Another Train.
The beginning is now and will always be. You say you lost your chance and fate brought you defeat, but that means nothing. You look so sad. You've been listening to those who say you've missed your chance. There's another train. There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard another train. You feel you're done. There's no such thing. Although you're standing on your own breath is king. The beginning is a now. Don't turn around. Regrets of bad mistakes will only drain you. There's another train. There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard another train.
We crawl in the dark sometimes and think too much. Then we fill our heads with crazy things that only break our hearts. And I know you see what the world can do
when it's dragging down another load of worrisome fools. There's another train. There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard another train.
I know it's hard when you feel confused. You can crown yourself with fear, and you feel you cannot move. You're building worlds that don't exist. Imagination plays the worst tricks.
There's another train. There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard. There's another train. There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard. There's another train. There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard. There's another train.
There's another train.
There always is. Maybe the next one is yours. Get up and climb aboard.
Was that worth the wait? Yeah, there's always another train. Whoop. Oh, come on in, guys. Ooh, let me see what you did. Did you color another color on your rainbow? Today was something different. What'd you do today? Oh, Gemma wants to tell me what you did today. Peace? Peace? Oh, yes, Avery?
At the end, we got to choose if we got juice boxes, and we got to color stuff.
You got juice boxes and you got to color and stuff. What was today yoga day? Today was yoga day. I'll just mention that what the theme was. Awesome. This is so cool, you guys. I'm so glad that you're here. And Avery, welcome. You are welcome anytime to our happy little band. All right. Would you like to stand up so that we can bless you? Okay, put your papers down. You guys know how you do it. Hands and feet. Yep, there you go. All right. You ready? Okay. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ in each and every one of you. Amen. All right, let's sing the peace song with intention. Go see Mom.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us.
The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well. So just a quick little note. I want to thank my sweetheart, Ken, my partner of 34 years, for being my other train. There's always hope, you guys. So go forth, surrender to what is, and surrender to the sacred in you, and sign up to help clean next week. Have a wonderful week. Coffee's next door. I love you. Bye-bye, Facebook and YouTube friends. We love you so much. And opera fudge orders! Opera fudge, opera fudge.
Good job.